Hello everyone. First of all, thank you for being here today. I'm going to present a comparative analysis of timbre feature preservation in cochlear implant processing strategies. While the topic may seem a bit technical at first glance, in fact, it connects deeply with a fundamental human experience, how we hear, enjoy music, and perceive the richness of sound. Let's get started. Timbre helps us hear the difference between instruments, even if they play the same note like a violin and the flute. For people with cochlear implants, it's hard to keep these subtle sound cues clear. In this study, we tested 3 cochlear implant strategies to see how well they keep the sounds that make up timbre. Continuous interleave sampling is a widely used strategy. It conveys the envelope of sound across channels but discards fine temporal structure. Fine structure processing attempts to preserve some fine temporal cues, especially phase information at low frequencies, which is important for pitch and melody perception. Harmonic single sideband encoder is a newer approach. It focuses on preserving harmonic relationship in the signal using modulation-based encoding. Each of these strategies affect timbre in different ways, and understanding those differences is core of our study. Our aim was to compare how well each processing strategy preserved 4 key acoustic features related to timbre. I will briefly explain what each of these descriptors means in the next slide. Spectral centroid represents the center of mass of a sound spectrum. It closely linked to how bright or sharp a sound feels. Spectral flux measures how much the spectrum changes over time. It gives us a sense of motion in the sound. Spectral irregularity reflects how rough or smooth a tone sounds. The more irregular the spectrum, the harsher the perceived timbre. Log attack time tells us how quickly a sound reaches its peak. This makes it easier to hear difference between instruments. These descriptors were chosen because they are strong predictors of timbre perception for both normal hearing listeners and CI users. We use 8 instrument sounds from the CAMP test, which is a common tool in hearing research. We simulated 3 cochlear implant processing strategies using MATLAB. For each processed sound, we extracted 4 acoustic descriptors that play a key role in timbre perception. Finally, we used paired t-tests to compare each processed sound to its original, unprocessed version. Let's start with spectral centroid. Although there was no difference between the original and processed sounds, the FSP showed the largest decrease in centroid frequency. This may suggest a less bright or more low-frequency weighted sound quality, due to a reduction in high-frequency components caused by the way the signal was processed. Moving on to spectral flux. All cochlear implant strategies led to a significant increase in flux compared to the unprocessed sounds. This means the processed signal changed their sound qualities faster over time, which can make the sound feel less steady or natural. Here too, only harmonic single sideband encoder was statistically comparable to the unprocessed sound. This shows that harmonic single sideband encoder was better at preserving the natural spectral texture or roughness of the sound, an important quality for realistic timbre perception. The bars may look different at first, but there is a lot of spread in data for each group, so results don't show a real difference. This means that the way sound starts mostly the same no matter which strategy is used. In conclusion, each of 3 cochlear implant strategies affected acoustic features, but they differ in how well they maintain timbre. Spectral flux was the most clearly affected feature, which reflects the now difficult CIs have with spectral resolution. Interestingly, only harmonic single sideband encoder preserved spectral irregularity at level comparable to the original sound, suggesting a better representation of tonal texture. Overall, harmonic single sideband encoder offered the most balanced performance across both spectral and temporal domains, which makes it a promising candidate for improving musical sound perception in CI users. I would like to close this presentation with a quote by Isaac Asimov. Education is not something you can finish. This quote is a powerful reminder that learning is a lifelong journey. And this project has certainly been part of mine. Thank you all for your time and attention today.